Hello my beautiful fragrance family, Dustin here, Fragrance Fan. Go ahead and do me a solid and click that like, comment, and subscribe, and don't forget to hit that bell notification, and I'm just going to keep on giving you guys these budget-friendly fragrance reviews. That $40-ish and $100 range, most of these are way less than that, and a good number of these you can find at your local rack stores. You're not going to find this one at the local rack store, because I got this one online, and that's pretty much exclusively where you're going to find it, unless you go to like those mom and pop's perfume places. And I'm a little bit late boarding the hype train on this thing, but the price dropped significantly on it. It was like in the low 20s. I found it on Amazon. Find a lot of my Middle Eastern fragrances on there because it's free shipping, and they're pretty competitive with their prices as far as those. So I'm talking about Lattafa Suqraat. I think that's how you pronounce it. I'm not 100% positive. And this bottle here is heavy. It's a heavy bottle. You can feel the texturization from the paint, or however they put that on there. A little bit of a brushed aluminum emblem. The cap itself is plastic. It's got some detailing up on the top, and the atomizer itself squirts out a nice amount of juice. So if you didn't already know, this is a clone of Acqua di Gio's Profumo, which is obviously a flanker of Acqua di Gio, just adding some incense, some character, a little bit of depth, creaminess, and powderiness into it. This right here opens up with a really refreshing, crisp, invigorating citrus ginger pop. Bergamot and ginger right off the top. A little bit of mandarin. I pick up some mandarin, just giving it this incredibly refreshing, uplifting pop to it. It also has, in the mid, there's some violet leaf, giving it a really aquatic feel. The violet leaf isn't pumped up too much to where it smells ultra synthetic or anything like that, but I mean, it is synthetic smelling, but it's like a really good synthetic. It's one of those really enjoyable synthetics. The frankincense gives this thing that little bit of depth to keep it off the beaten path of your normal freshies. That's what they did with Acqua di Gio Profumo. Alberto Marias, who's my favorite perfumer, did a really good job, I think, at staying true to the Acqua di Gio DNA while giving it a modern twist. And that's exactly what's going on here. This is a really good interpretation of that fragrance for the low. Like I said, incredibly fresh, juicy, uplifting, crispy ginger citrus pop in the opening. You do get that musk in there. The musk just gives it a little bit more, just not necessarily depth. It adds another layer, but it's not necessarily depth. It just gets more personality. That's the word I'm looking for. The musk in this is a clean musk, and it gives it just a little bit more personality. It's the frankincense, the little bit of incense that gives it the depth, and the sandalwood giving it a bit of a creaminess. There's also a powdery touch going on in this thing from some lavender. Overall, the longevity is right at average. It's about a 5-hour fragrance, which I can't really dog on because it's a fresh fragrance. Now when I say 5 hours, that's what happens on me personally with your average fragrance. A fragrance like I'm looking to get, like, that's my benchmark, is 5 hours. Most of you guys, or a lot of you guys, is like 6 or 7. That's the benchmark. But for me, it's a little bit lower because that's just how it works on me. So it's a 5-hour fragrance on my skin. The projection is a little bit light. Even in the first half hour, it's not a real loud fragrance, but it's not like so reserved that you have to like bathe yourself in it. It's just a little bit toned back. It's also got some fresh spiciness in there. I get a little bit of like a fresh spiciness in there with that ginger citrus opening, that pop, and it's kind of linear. It stays pretty much like that the whole life of the fragrance. When you start getting those wafts at yourself throughout the day, you're still getting that ginger citrus pop, which is really awesome. I really enjoy that because that's the part of the magic of this fragrance. So I say it's a casual fragrance. It's just across the board enjoyable. A little bit more youthful than it is mature, just like the original Acqua di Gio was geared more towards high school, college, and young adults and stuff like that. I say that this is doing the same exact thing as that. It's clearly a summer fragrance, spring as well, but mainly this is a hot day summer fragrance, very refreshing. And overall rating, I'll give this thing a 7 out of 10 because it's just that nice. Now, if you have a plethora of fresh, if you know what Acqua di Gio smells like, and you have a bunch of fragrances in that category, you don't necessarily need Acqua di Gio profumo or this or anything like that. But if you don't have a lot, or if you just want to expand on your collection, then it's a good choice, especially for the price. Especially for that like $22 price tag. Let's smell it again. I really enjoy this thing. I've been wearing this thing a couple days in a row. Yeah, it's really, really good. Light, crispy, refreshing, invigorating, and it's just an overall good fragrance. So can't say really anything bad about it. If the performance was better, that would be awesome, but it's right at that average level, so I'm happy with that. And yeah, check this thing out if you haven't already smelled it, guys. And with that, that's my final thoughts on Lattafa Suqraat. With that, I'm out. Y'all be blessed. Take care of yourself always, and until next time.